ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤ ਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਤਿੰਨ ਜਨਮ ਕੋ ਲੈ ਕਰ ਗਿਲਾ, ਲਪਟਾਵੇ ਜੇ ਤਕ ਤੁਬ ਡੀਲਾ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਵਾਰੀ Guru Khalsa Sadh Sangat Ji, all those that have joined in the God, in the sanctuary of Dhan Satguru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, let us all focus our attention on the divine Swarup of Dhan Satguru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and join in Gur Fateh. So Guru Patsha Ji Maharaj, who has blessed us so far to listen to the last 8 installments of this Shaheedi Katha of Satguru Arjan Dev Jee Maharaj. They have been blessing us all the way along, and today the biggest blessing will be of all on the Samapti Katha of Satguru Arjan Dev Jee Shaheedi. When we set out in April, we thought it would last 4, maybe 5 weeks, and even then if we really pushed it. Par Guru di khed ki varti, it's been 9 weeks, to hon ja ke samapti hon lagi hai. So ਆਓ ਸਭ ਮਾਈ ਭਾਈ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਸਹਿਤ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਈਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। So Guru Roop, Guru Khalsa Sadh Sangat Ji, we heard last week how Chandu had said to Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, the 4th measure of his torture was to bring a tatti tavi. When it was glowing red, Kaviji explained it as the same color as copper when it began to glow. Ade wallo ne hukum ditta, he gave hukum to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj that go and stand on the tatti tavi. Guru Patsha Maharaj, who can give hukum to them? But Satguru Ji, knowing that ਇਹ ਆਦੀ ਜੜ ਆਪ ਪਟ ਰਿਹਾ Maharaj, ikdam stood up and walked towards the Tati Tavi, and ikdam Sadh Sangat Ji, they stood upon the Tati Tavi. 3 hours Maharaj Sahib Ji stood on one leg and 3 hours on the other leg. 6 ਘੰਟੇ ਤੱਕ Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj on the Charan Kamal upon which the whole Sikh Sangat matha tekdi hai. Those Charan Kamal are today stood on the Tati Tavi. Because of the hatred of Chandu and the Mughal establishment, their administration, towards the house of Tan Sat Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. Maharaj stood there for 6 hours and Sat Guruji is standing there for 6 hours. A Chandu, such a papi, such a hati, he stood there for 6 hours as well. Maharaj is standing there adored. As Maharaj is standing there adored, this papi's hirda is thinking of other ways to give Maharaj even further dukh, because not once has he seen Maharaj flinch, not once has he seen or heard Maharaj cry out in pain. His nishana is to only give pain to Guru Sahib Ji. But Sat Sangat Ji, who can give pain to the one who removes the pain of all their Guru Sikhs? So Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj is standing there. Chandu soch raha, what can I do next to punish, according to his way of thinking, Guru Arjan Dev Ji? ਇਹਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਰ ਖਿਆਲ ਆਉਂਦਾ, and the khayal is this, that this Guru is a dharmi bada. He is used to having holy people, if I can call them that. Or shall I say, he is used to having encounters with people that consider them or call themselves as holy, but take rishwata, side with the rich and powerful and turn their back on the weak. So he's used to meeting dodgy godmen. He's not used to meeting the divine Swarup of Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, and in his mind he's thinking that this Guru Arjan Dev Ji dharmi bade. Why? Maharaj gave their word, Chandu tu jo marji kar le, do what you want, but we will not waver from what we have said. We will not take your daughter's rista. Jo marji ho jave, tu jo marji kar la. Sada bachan ek baar nikal gaya, mud ke wapas nahi aayega. We have given our word and it will stay as such. So he's thinking that this Guru is very dharmi, and the only thing of value to this Guru is his dharam, because they've given their bachan and not gone back on their word. So, why don't I destroy his dharam? He calls out loudly to the guards on standby, and he says to them, speaks loudly so Guruji can hear it. He said, go in the morning to the house of the Chandals, meaning the people that work with dead animals. He says, go to the house of the lowlifes in the morning and get a fresh skin of cow. No doubt a cow has died in the night, or no doubt some butcher has butchered a cow. Gandhi khal honi hai, get the skin of a cow, bring it back, and in the morning I will wrap that skin around Guru Arjan Dev Ji and make them sit in the sun. Sat Sangat Ji, when we hear this, we think, what kind of a torture method is that? When they wrap skin around someone tightly and put them in the sun, as the skin dries, what it does, it tightens up. If you've ever seen real leather dried up, tala, shields, they're made of rhino hide, which did na talwar nangdi na teer nangda. That's how hard leather skin becomes. So he's thinking, if I wrap Guru Arjan Dev Ji in this skin, when it dries up, naale sareer kuttiya jayega, mad ke mar jange. That's what he's thinking. This is the same torture method he had given to Khusro, the son of, no, beg your pardon, to the friends of Khusro, who is the son of Jahangir. So these kind of methods were in use then, and this is what he is saying to the gods. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji can hear this, and thinking that Guru Arjan Dev Ji is so dharmi, they'll get scared to meri kudi da nata le lenge. He goes back to sleep. Ek ghare janda us raat Guru ki sangat ji, and he goes and retires for the evening. Satguru Ji Maharaj knows what this papi is planning. They have already made it clear to Gorakhnath and Peer Mian Mir Ji that we are going to abandon our body very soon, meaning tomorrow, the day after the Tati Tavi. So Maharaj adored baithe han at the same spot they've been sitting for the last 4 days. In the city of Lahore, Sikh Sangta are going here, there and everywhere. They're trying to find a way to get to Guruji. They know Guruji is in the residence of Chandu, but koi chara nahi chalda. Why? If you remember the Katha at the beginning, Chandu had already told the ministers that were staying behind, Kise di Shaparash, Do not any representation reach the ears of Jahangir. I'm leaving you behind, trusting you to do that. So whoever's trying to contact anyone in the administration of Jahangir, they are being stopped dead in their tracks. No word is getting to anyone higher up. The Sikhs, they are not opening their places of business. Some have stopped eating. Bada fikr laga hoya hai. But Chandu has not given up any torture method he had planned. Swear aunਦੀ hai. During the night, I beg your pardon, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. Jedi Chandu di Nau hai, the one that came to visit Maharaj a few days ago, she comes again. The gods tell her off and roll up in the Maharaj Quran ke Maharaj, I will not keep my body anymore. मैं ते प्राण त्याग देंगी. When you go to Sachkhand, Maharaj, take me with you. I don't want to stay in this house. Satguru Ji says, Bacha, go back to your house. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਰੀਰ ਤਿਆਗਣਾ, ਤਿਆਰ ਰਹੀਂ, will come and take you as we go to Sachkhand. ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਵੇਂਗੀ. The ਬੱਚੀ goes back to her house. ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸਵੇਰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ. Chandu wakes up. Jodo idi akh khuldi, akh khullan saar, he starts thinking, now the day is come. The Guru has not given in to torture. No doubt the Guru will not want their dharm destroyed by having a cow skin wrapped around them. So he is now arrived where Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Jee Maharaj is. Uthe aan ke sangat ji aao, prem na suniye, kaise Maharaj uthon ਇਹਦੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਰਾਵੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਿਆ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਦਾ ਪੰਜ ਭੂਤਕ ਸਰੀਰ ਤਿਆਗ ਕੇ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਗਮਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ.
ਤਿੰਨ ਚਰਮ ਕੋ ਲੈ ਕਰ ਗਿਲਾ.
So he says to the Shipais in front of Satguru Arjan Dev Ji, go and get a cow skin, a nice, fresh, wet cow skin. When you bring it back, wrap it around Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Then take Satguru Ji outside and put them in the Veda, in the sun. So I can watch Maharaj's life breath, leave their body bit by bit, suske, holi holi, प्राण निकलते निकलते मैं देखा. Then I will send my guards to the house of Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj. They will rob Maharaj's house. Lut lenge. What will they rob, Guru Ki Sangat Ji? Harmandir Sahib is what he's referring to. He's talking to the gods. But Suna Satguru Arjan Dev Ji nu reaya, he's making Maharaj hear what he's saying to the gods. Then we will take the son of Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. And in the same way I've caused Guru Arjan Dev Ji to suffer, I will also cause their Sahibjada to suffer. I will kill him too, I will not let him live. Dhamkiyan de reha Guru Ki Sangat Ji. The rest of Guru Arjan Dev Ji's family, I will destroy them too as well. I will go so far that I will not leave the bloodline of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Ki Sangat Ji, dekho kya moorak. Tan Satguru Ki Ans Bans, the Sodhi Bans, is still in the lands of India. Dekho, Guru ki Nadi Ulad, who can destroy the Guru's Bans? Edi Bans nahi par ravegi Guru ki Sangat Ji. Then he looks at Guru Arjan Dev and says, otherwise accept my daughter's hand in marriage to your son. He says your life will be saved and all other affairs will be resolved. We'll make our peace. फिर गुस्से जान के गुरु महाराज जी वाल रुख करके आता. He speaks, Sulhi, Sulabhi, Prithya, Maro. He says, look, Sulhi Khan, mera friend, the general, one of the generals of Jahangir, he died in pursuit of Sulabhi. He died too in your pursuit. Prithya, your older brother, who you robbed of the Gurta Gaddi. He's saying these things, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. Satguru Ramdas Sache Paatshah. आधे हथी आधे साहिबजादा सतगुरु अर्जन देव जी ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਤਾ ਗੱਦੀ ਤੇ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਫੇਰ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬਰਾਜੇ ਸਨ. So this is only his words. Prithya, his whole life, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਬੰਸ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਅੰਸ਼ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਵੈਰ ਕਮਾਇਆ. He was wrong towards his own father. He spoke ill to his own father. ਕਪਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ with his own father, stealing from his own father. ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਲਾਇਕ ਸੀ. But what he is saying is Sulli, Sulabhi, Prithya, all three of them mar gaye in trying to get hold of you.
करे जतन तुम हाथ न परो
ਪਰ हे ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਆਇਆ. ਤੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ. You did not come into the grasp of Sulli or Salabhi or Prithya. ਨਾ ਹੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਆਇਆ.
तहत गए मार पूजी नासा
All of them died, but none of their desires were fulfilled. What this fool doesn't know, ਇਹਨੇ ਕੀ ਖੱਟਣਾ. His whole family is going to get destroyed. मर तेने भी जाना है, but he thinks he's on top at the moment.
मैं अब करे हो तोर विनाशा
Now I will destroy you, Guru Arjan Dev.
इस बल को परोस उर भुला
He looks at Guru Arjan Dev Ji, this fool, who is a minister in a Raj that is 2,200 kilometers. He's speaking to the master of the universe in their fifth form. He says, Kis bal ko paroso or pula. He said, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji, what is it that you are placing your faith on that has made you forget how powerful I am? And you think you've got some power against me?
मम सम बलि के प्रतिकुला
He said, there's nobody as powerful as me.
एबो एह सो कहो अब समो
He said, as long as I am talking, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, there is still time.
जब लग मैं बूझत कर छमो
As long as I am talking, there is still time. Time for what, Sangat Ji? There is time for still me to change my mind and forgive you. That's what he's saying to Guru Arjan Dev Ji.
अर्जन सुन कर सब सुनान
Tan Sat Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. Maharaj has heard him waffle on for the last 5 days. Maharaj listens to what he's saying with their ears.
बोले बाक जिन हो कित पौना
Then the fearless Guru Arjan Dev Ji speaks from their Siri Mukh.
अब हम रावी चह शनान
Tan Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, Maharaj says, hey Chandu, Sadi Icha hai, we desire to go and have an Ishnan at the Ravi Darya. Because he's already made clear what he wants to do, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. He wants to bring a cow. This despot, when he was asking Maharaj to stay hungry, पानी नहीं देना, खाना नहीं देना, Maharaj कहने तेरे तो खाना भी नहीं, पीना भी नहीं, we don't want anything from you. When he's saying sit in the hot water, Sadal Srishta ka jo karta hai Satguru, the creator of the entire play, Maharaj goes and sits in the same water that they've created, being heated up by the same fire that they not only create, but they are the life force behind. Maharaj did not move. Then when he says to Maharaj, Khada ithe so we can pour hot sand over you. Tan Satguruji Maharaj had all stood there, had red glowing sand poured over them. Then when he says to Maharaj, Tatti tavi te chad ja, Gareeb Nawaz Satguru, Guru ki Sangat ji kade jayo, thale jo lo tap rahi hai na, jithe prashade pak rahe hain. Go downstairs where the prasad have been made. Hand does not go near the low in Tatiya. This was glowing red hot. Maharaj ne aade pavittar kar kamal put them on the low and climbed on top of it. As Maharaj climbed on top of it, taliyan bhi, hathan diyan bhi sad gayiyan, पैरां दियां भी सड़ गईयां. गुरु की संगत जी, कवि जी already wrote this. Maharaj says सड़ के कालियां हो गईयां सी, पर महाराज ने सी नहीं उचारी. Those were his torture methods. But now this fool has his buddhi any prisht ho gaya, he's become so degraded. He wants to wrap Maharaj in the skin of a dead cow. Whatever Maharaj wanted him to do, Maharaj has caused him to do. Jede to paap karone si, to give dand, as you all heard last week, when Guru Arjan Dev Ji explained to Peer Ji, Peer Miya Mir, that we, hey Peer Ji, we gave this Raj to them with our own hands. But the condition was Dharm da Raj kariyo. They have gone off the path of being righteous and they've become unrighteous. Hon, whatever pratap they had, whatever power they had due to their previous destiny. Sadh Sangat Ji, if you had £1 million at home, Maybe no one can take it off you because we can all defend it with our lives. Or if it's in a bank, no one can get at it. But ik changyada lag jave hai na of fire, it can burn the whole lot and turn it into ashes. Our karma are like that as well. When we listen to Sri Gurbani Ji, we live in the hukam of Sri Gurbani Ji. The prakash of Sri Gurbani Ji destroys our karma inside us. Akal Purkh Guru, Satguru Ji, they do not change our karma. What the Gurbani Ji does is finds a way to get rid of it. But then if we give dukh to Gursikhs, to Mahatmas, do nindya of Satguru, of the Sadhu Mahatmas, then there's a fire inside us, that fire of krodh, anger and hatred. When that ignites, it destroys our change karm pishle kite hoye and leaves us with nothing but bad karam. And what those bad karam do, they take us to hell, to narak. What he's done and the actions of Jahangir, they've destroyed, they've started the fire that will destroy the pratap, which is due to the destiny of those people that will come and sit on the Mughal Raj Takht. Starting from Jahangir and with this Chandu. So Maharaj has done what they wanted to do. Now when this depraved fool wants to wrap Maharaj in a skin of cow, Maharaj then uses their kala and tells them that we want to go to the Ravi to have an ishnana. Send 5 of our Gursikhs that are locked up in your deodi, jinnan to kutya, send them with us as well. Chandu thinks to himself, for the last 5 days, this Guru has been in my custody. He hasn't spoken once for water or for food. Ekbar never even said anything that would show that they're in pain. But now they are asking for something. They are asking to go to the Ravi Darya. Look how much punishment I've given this Guru. Hot boiling water, hot sand, the tatti tavi. I've even poured hot sand over them and give them the tatti tavi, but their mind never changed once. Na si uchari, na kuch mangiya, but now they are asking. Chandu, so he's saying, he's thinking to himself that this Guru's mind is so, his resolve is so iron like that he hasn't given into anything, but now he's asking for something. In his mind, this dusht, this fool, this tyrant, he becomes happy. Why? He's thinking, if Guruji's asked for something, surely if they're going to take something, meaning they'll give into the nata to my daughter. He's thinking that now that I've mentioned the Khalskin, Guru dar gaya bhi mera dharm na binash hove. Hanji. Now they will accept the rista for my daughter to their son. Sitalagat hoye Jalanata. When they go to the Ravi Darya and they have a bath, Sital, they'll become cool because they have suffered at the hand of with heat. Guru ki sangat ji jinna da bachcha hai na, ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੀ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਟੋਪੀ ਪਾਉਣੀ. ਸੋ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਰੁਮਾਲ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗ੍ਰੰਥੀ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ, ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਰੁਮਾਲ ਦਵੋ, ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੀ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਨਾ ਭੰਗ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਬਾਤ ਹੈ. ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਦਿਓ ਜੀ. ਸੀਤਲ ਗਾਤ ਹੋਏ ਜਲ ਨਾਤਾ. So I was thinking, when Guruji has ishnan, Sarir thanda ho jayega, and then they will give in to what I'm demanding. So Maharaji, so now he says, any baat bichar ke, he says to Guruji, yeah, go on, jaake ishnan karo. And then he says to Guruji, tere pran bach jange, go on with ishnan, jaake you will save your life and you'll feel better, and also You must listen to what I am saying now.
10 ਕੁ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਕਰ ਸਬਦਾਨੋ
He gets about 10 Sipahis, 10 guards ready, and he says to them, right, listen, be on guard, be ready.
ਖੜਗ ਸਿਪਰ ਗਹਿ ਸੰਗ ਪਿਆਨੋ
He says, do not let your guard down at any time. Like you've been on guard all this time, you've done a good job. What he doesn't know is that fell asleep the night before when Goraknath Ji came, and so did Peer Ji. He doesn't know that these are the same guards that have taken Rishwat jewelry from his daughter-in-law and let his daughter-in-law visit Maharaj. He says, you've done a good job. Sipar, Tal, Sheer, Khadg, Talwar. So Khadg is a Talwar, Sipar is your Tal. He said, make sure in one hand you've got your Talwar ready, your Khadg, and in the other hand you've got your Sipar ready, your Tal. And that way accompany Maharaj to the Ravi Darya.
ਆਪਣੀ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟ ਧਰੇ ਇਸ ਰਾਖੋ
Keep your eyes on the Guru at all times. Or now whether you guys start engaging in conversation and one of your, your attention goes somewhere else, the Guru kiske chale jaave. This is his way of thinking.
ਰਹਿਰ ਕਿਸੂ ਡਿਗ ਕਛੂ ਨ ਪਾਖੋ
On the way down to the Darya, do not let any of these Sikhs of the Guru recognize the Guru Sikhs and come over and speak to the Guru.
ਇਤ ਅਤ ਦੂਰ ਨ ਜਾਣੇ ਦੇਹੋ
From here to the Darya, only along that path follow. Do not let them go anyway off the path or away from the Darya, meaning the river Ravi.
ਰਾਵੀ ਤੀਰ ਤੇਰ ਥਾਲੇ ਹੋ
Ravi Tir. So when you go with Maharaj to the banks of the Ravi Darya, keep an eye on him. Again, just because you've kept an eye on the Guru down to the river, doesn't mean you stand off guard then. Keep an eye on the Sikhs, the Panj Sikh, and the Guru at all times.
ਪਰ ਗਰੀ ਤੇ ਕਹਿ ਹਟਕਾਵੋ ਅਪਰ ਗਰੀ ਤੇ ਕਹਿ ਹਟਕਾਵੋ
When you go there, let Guruji have an ishnan. Don't stop them from having an ishnan.
ਮਸਜਿਦ ਬੈਠਤ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਹਲਾਵੋ
Let them sit there. But do not let anyone come near them, or do not let anyone speak to them. Allah, do not let them speak to anyone either.
ਇਤ ਦਿਸ਼ ਲਾਭੋ ਰਹੋ ਪਛਾੜੀ
In this way, stay behind them, stay in front of them, stay to the side of them. Meaning, encircle them and walk all the way down to the Darya.
ਸਿੱਖਨ ਜਾਤ ਇਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਅਗਾਰੀ
Keep the Sikhs in front of you so you can keep an eye on them as well. Make sure you don't take your eyes off them. Guru ki sangat ki taad na kar liya. Really sternly warning the guards, because this is the first time in the 5 days Maharaj has been there. Maharaj has shown anything what he perceives, right? They say perception is a reality, right? He thinks that Maharaj has asked for something. Maharaj is getting ready to give in to his demands.
ਜਨਮ ਕਹਿ ਕੀਨ ਕਨੀ ਤਰਕਾਈ
So in this way, the Karai Kiti, he has sternly warned his guards.
ਸੁਨ ਖਲ ਤੇ ਚਲ ਪਰੇ ਗੁਸਾਈ
Soon as Maharaj has finished listening to this fool, Kal means fool, Guru Ki Sangat Ji. So when I use words like that, don't think we ye Katha Vachak bada takada bada khadke bol reha ja kehra bhi karde shabd vart reha. No. Kal is the word Bhai Sahib Ji uses for this fool, and the fool he has demonstrated all the way through. So Maharaj listens to this fool's words. When he finishes talking, when he finishes instructing the guards, Satguruji Maharaj with the 5-6, accompanied by the guards, make their way down to the Darya.
ਪਰੇ ਫਲੂਹੇ ਸਰਬ ਸਰੀਰ
Maharaji has got blisters, kali skin all over their body.
ਛਾਦ ਛਾਦਰੇ ਦੀਰਘ ਛੀਰ
Maharaj is given a chadra to cover their body. Guru Ki Sangat Ji kuch sochna karna chahiye. When we see posters of Satguru Arjan Dev Jee Maharaj sitting on the Tatti Tavi, we see their bastar, right? And we see in some of them even a Hajuriya wrapped around Maharaj. When we see statues made of Hazrat Isa Ji on the cross, we don't see any of this. What we see is a kapda wrapped around their waist, blood pouring down their face, nails through their hands, and a hole in their side where the spear was put through. Why? The Christians want to show exactly how Hazrat Isa ji was crucified. Our poster wale, I sometimes wonder where they get these ideas from. Satguru Ji Maharaj has been boiled in water, had red hot sand poured over them, has stood on a tatti tavi. Do you think any kapadas left on their body? If the skin has turned black, kapadiyan di ki halat hoegi? Tan Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj is then given a chadra to hide their body. Maharaj is the souls on Satguruji's feet, on their feet. Kavi ji writes that, and kale ho chuke hai. Sad Sangat ji, I need to give an example. Even though example banda nahi, but it's just so you get an idea. So first, let's take our attention to those posters you see of Shaheed Singhs of 1984. ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗ ਦੇ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਤਸੀਹੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਸੀ, you see how the skin has turned black. That's the skin on Satguruji's Swaroop. If you ever see any kind of flesh that has been exposed to fire for a long time, it almost becomes charcoal like Guru Ki Sangat Ji. Satguruji's charan, 3 hours on one foot, 3 hours on the other foot, Satguruji stood on the Tati Tavi. Maharaj's charan have gone beyond black, they've almost gone charcoal like. Satguruji Maharaj is stepping very lightly as they walk. Prana, Bhai Prana Ji, who has been beaten many times, is near Satguruji and they come over to Guruji. Satguruji Maharaj placed their hand on the shoulder of Bhai Prana Ji as they start to walk along. Sad Sangat Ji, hun ek benti hai. Do not think that Satguruji is weak. Satguruji is in their Sat Chit Anand state always. But the Sarir they have taken on to be amongst us, to give us Upadesh and show us the direction. Maharaji has kept that Sarir in the Maryada of human beings. If the Sarir has been exposed to fire, Maharaj has caused it to become burnt. Because the Sarir has got past its ability to function properly, Maharaj is walking lightly and also using Paisa Pai Prana Ji's Moda, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, for support. But Satguran da jo andar kheda hai, nothing can touch that. That has not even flinched once. Salta desh choti ek mori. 19. Acha, theek hai ji. So Guru Ki Sangat Ji, as Maharaj is making their way down to the Darya slowly, in the Chadiyan, there's a little passage that leads down to the Ravi Darya. When Maharaj sees that, Maharaj says to the guards and the Sikhs, but not to the guards, to the Sikhs, Maharaj says, Edunu challo, let's go this way. So Maharaj makes their way through that passageway and goes down to the Darya. Along the way, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, yaad rakhyo, Gursikhs have been out looking for the Guru. Some of them have closed their businesses. Some of them haven't gone to work. They're trying to find Guruji. So some of them have even wandering the streets at night around the residence of Chandu. Some of these Gursikhs, unhone pehchan le Dhan Guru ke Sikh Bhai Purana honi, and they see Guruji with the chadra on them. And when they see this namaskar karn lag pe Sikh, they can see Guruji, but they don't know what has gone on. So it's going to slowly unfold. So when they see Guruji, naturally namaskar karde, they are bowing down to Guruji. Maharaj's Pavitra Chehra Guru Ki Sangat Ji is red for two reasons. Ek to sadai bhakti ka kheda. And on top of that, the heat that it's been exposed to, Guru Ki Sangat Ji, it has also got burn marks. It's also displaying burn, exposure to the heat, exposure to the fire on Guruji Maharaj's Siri Mukh.
ਭੋਜਨ ਕਿਉ ਨਾ ਪੀਓ ਪਾਣੀ
The Satguruji who hasn't eaten anything or drunk anything.
ਦੁਰਬਲ ਤਨ ਸੰਗਾਏ ਖਲ ਠਾਨੀ
Maharaj's Pavitr Sareer, Bhai Sahib Kavi ji writes, Durbal ho chukka. The reason why I keep on repeating some things, Guru ki Sangat ki, never think that Guru Durbal ho gaya. The Guru is all powerful, but the Sareer has become weak due to the exposure to fire, heat, and no water. Look, our Sareer has got Maryada, right? When he grows old and he becomes tired and he stops working, we call it death. But ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਰਦੇ, we carry on. Even if in the vasta of the Sareer, we do bhakti, many Gursikhs, Guru ki Sangat ki daya, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ. The giver of the avastha is Guruji. So Maharaj's Sareer has become weak. Why? Because Maharaj does not identify as a body and they have stayed in the avastha of a Sareer. But it is not Guruji who is weak. When the Sikhs see Guruji, they are seeing Guruji, they are doing namaskar and they are becoming shocked. Now it's beginning to hit home and they're thinking, is this what Chandu has done to our Satguru? Even though Guru Maharaj's Sareer has become weak, but the Chit ki Brit, the state of their mind is still in ek ras of Anand of bliss. They are in the same bliss as they've always been. Bhai Sahib Ji writes, look, regardless of how much pain Chandu has extended to the divine swoop of Satguru Arjan Dev Ji, par sare dekho Sareer digga nahi. If we were to touch fire, I don't know, if we were forced to touch fire for a few minutes, we'd be rolling around on the floor in pain. Maharaj is being subjected, their Sareer has been subjected to so much, but till Jinnah vi Maharaj da Sareer digya nahi, Maharaj hasn't even once said ouch or even lay down. The avastha is still the same, Brahma Anand avastha. Bhai Sahib Ji writes, Maharaj's avastha is like a mountain. Just like no one can move a mountain, who can move Satguru Ji? Slowly they get to the Ravi, get close to the banks of the Ravi. When Maharaj gets to the Ravi, Maharaj touched the water that is in the Ravi Darya. This is the first time they have touched water in 5 days. Maharaj cleaned their hast kamal, their hands, and also with water Maharaj cleans their face. Then Maharaj cleans their face with the water. Then Maharaj fills up some water in their hand. And much pani paake Guru ki sangat ki, they swill it out, meaning chuli kiti. The same face that has been subjected to so much heat in the torture building of this Chandu. Bhai Sahib Ji, Bhai Landaha Ji, the Sikh that came the second time round with Bhai Prana Ji, to the Marpe Guru ki Sangat Ji, he comes forward and he kneels down. He gets water from the Ravi Darya and he washes the Charn Kamal of Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji. And then Maharaj enters the water and Maharaj starts to bathe. After having an ishnan in the Ravi Darya, Guru ki Sangat Ji, dekho Maharaj da hiya kidda hai. The body has been subjected to so much torture. Je thoda da bhi pani pੈ jawe causes more pain, but Satguru Ji Maharaj, Maryada de pakke, they're going to have an ishnan, read Japji Sahib. Jinne bhi Gursikh that have known that they're about to leave, ishnan karke that they know they're about to leave from here and go to Sachkhand. You read many accounts. They have ishnan and then they read Japji Sahib and then they abandon their body. Where did they learn this from? From Satguru Ji. Maharaj has gone into the Darya, Ishnan Kita, Ishnan Karke, they've come out the Darya. Then they get a kapda given by the Gursikhs and then they pat down their body and they dry their body down. Maharaj Ji then says to the Gursikhs, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. Near the banks, on the banks of the Ravi Darya, Satguru Ji chadra ਵਿਛਾ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਏ ਹਨ. They sit down and they start to read with prem the Bani of Sri Japji Sahib. That Japji Sahib, that gives mukti to all Gursikhs. Guru Ki Sangat ki, one day we will realize the greatness of Sri Japji Sahib. And then we will never give up Sri Japji Sahib in our lives. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji gives bachans of the Mahatam of the greatness of Japji Sahib. Japji Sahib is the first Bani of Satguru Granth Sahib Ji's Bani. Japji Sahib is the first Bani of the Gursikhs Nitnem. Japji Sahib is a Bani that is read at the birth of a child, at the death of somebody, at the start of any carriage. Maharaj Ji has told, if you read where Maharaj Ji speaks about the Mahatam of Sri Japji Sahib, Guru Ki Sangat, when a child is born, Japji Sahib ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਦੀ ਪੌਲ ਦੇਈਦੀ. Maharaj is reading Sri Japji Sahib. Why? ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. If we are not doing Nitnem in our lives, if we are going back about with that, ਵੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੈ, ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ, then we are greatly lost. ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ, I shouldn't be saying this, ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਦਰ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੂਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਧਾਰੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਬਾਣੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਨਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ. But if somebody has got no Nitnem in their life, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਰਜੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, learn to read Sri Japji Sahib every single day. ਇਹ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਦੇਣਾ ਆ. ਆਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ ਕੱਢ ਲਵੋ ਵੀ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏਗਾ. This Japji Sahib, the Puran Bani of Satguru Granth Sahib Ji, is to understand the Brahma Gyan that is written in Sri Japji Sahib. So Maharaj Ji reads Sri Japji Sahib Ji. The 5 Sikhs have also done Ishnan. They are sitting with Guru Sahib Ji as Guru Sahib Ji from their Kamal Mukh, from their lotus Sri mouth, they are speaking the Bani of Sri Japji Sahib. They are all standing and sitting around because Guru Ki Sangat Ji, Gursikhs have seen Satguru Ji, so Gursikh ਵੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ around Satguru Ji. ਜਪਜੀ ਪਾਠ ਸੁਨੋ ਨਿਰਤਾਰ. ਜੇ Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj is reading Sri Japji Sahib, how can the Sikhs not immediately connect and join with the Arth and the Bani of Japji Sahib? The Sikhs are also sitting with Prem and listening to the Bani that Satguru Ji is ucharing from their Sri Mukh. Dekho Guru Ki Sangat Ji, dekho. If we just say Bhog Pae Kar Sees Navayo, we Maharaj ne Bani pad ke Sees Navaya. If we leave it there, it doesn't do it justice. Whenever we read Panjam Bani da Nitnem Gursikho, at the end of each Bani, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, bol ke namaskar karya karo to each Bani, panj Baniyan, panj wari akhana at the end. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਈ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਹੈ, that cite at the start and at the end. ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਰੂਪ ਆ, that has been heard via our mouths. So namaskar karni, look Guru Arjan Dev Ji, ਭੋਗ ਪਾਏ ਕਰ ਸੀਸ ਨਿਵਾਇਓ. ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ ਗਏ ਮਸਕਤ ਕਾਲ, ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ. At the word ਜਿਨੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸੀਸ ਨਿਵਾ ਦਿਆ ਕਰੋ to the Bani of Sri Japji Sahib or any other Bani. When you read in the last 2 panktiyan, at the start of the last 2 panktiyan, namaskar karya karo to the Bani as Guru Ji has done. Then Maharaj spoke to the Sikhs that were sitting in their Sangat, but more so to the 5 Sikhs that are accompanying Dhan Satguru Arjan Dev.
ਚਹਿ ਪਰਲੋਕ ਪਿਆਨਾ
Maharaj says, Sikho, ye mere pyareo, now we are going to go to Parlok, to the hereafter.
ਜਿਮ ਚਹਿਤ ਸਕਲ ਹਮ ਠਾਨਾ
What we had wanted to do, jo sade chit vich si, we have now done that.
ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸੰਗ ਮਲੀਜੈ
We've lost it again. What's it to do? What does Maharaj say to the 5-6? Maharaj says, Siri Har Gobind Sang Malija. Satsang ji maaf karna, sometimes the page skips. So, Siri Har Gobind Sang Malija. Maharaj says, hey Sikho, when you go from here, once we have abandoned our body, go and meet with our Sahibjada Satguru Har Gobind Sahib Jee.
ਹਮ ਦਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਬਹੁ ਧੀਰਜ ਦੀਜੈ
From us, give our Sahibjada Tiraj. Comfort our Sahibjada. Hanji.
ਕਰੋ ਨਾ ਸ਼ੋਕ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵੋ
And give this instruction to our Sahibjada. Guru ki Sangat ji. Guru Hargobind Sahib, Guru Arjan Dev Jee, ekko hi aapa nu do diste. But the upadesh is to us. Whenever somebody passes in our lives, sokh nahi karna. Sing the praises of Akal Purkh Vaheguru Maharaj and karo na sokh. Don't get upset, don't get sad, but instead Gobind Gun Gavo. Maharaj says, sing the praise of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Why? If that individual hasn't even said Vaheguru in their entire life, ਜਦੋਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਗਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਨਿਮਿਤ for him, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਲ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ. But here, Maharaj is telling the Sangat, hey Sangat ji, hey Sikho, go and tell Guru Har Gobind, tell the Sangat, sog nahi karna, don't remember us and be sad. Why should we be sad at the Guru's changing their chola? Maharaj led an exemplary life. Be sad at the death of someone ਜਿਹਨੇ ਕਦੇ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਬਾਤ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ. Because we all know where that individual is going to go, probably back into Juna. But ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, that Guru, ਉਹਦੇ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਸੋਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ. Guru hasn't gone anywhere. Maharaj is telling me, tell this to our Sahibjada, to tell the Sikh Sangatan.
ਅਪਰ ਸਰਬ ਕੋ ਕਹੋ ਮਿਟਾਵੋ
Instead, read, do this and destroy the dukh of jinni vi Sikh Sangat hai. Don't let them get in sog.
ਸਾਯੁਧ ਹੋਏ ਤਖਤ ਪਰ ਰਾਜੋ
My second instruction to our Sahibjada is to bear arms. We're going to change things in the Guru Kar. Bear arms. Shastardhari hona.
ਕਥਾ ਸ਼ਕਤ ਸੈ ਨਾ ਸੰਗ ਸਾਜੋ
And also keep a sena. Keep an army of soldiers, of Surbir Jodhe who also bear arms.
ਸਮ ਚੰਦੂ ਤੇ ਪਲਟਾ ਲੀਜੈ
Then when the time comes, Ajara Chandua Hana, we have given our word, our Sahibjada will take Palta, take revenge. Take revenge from him.
ਕਹੋ ਕਮਾਤ ਮਹਾ ਦੁਖ ਦੀਜੈ
Give him much dukh. Guru Ki Sangat Ji, after this Katha, in the next week or two, we'll start the Parsang of when the Sikhs go back to Harmandir Sahib. From there all the way to Bandi Chod. And in the Katha, you will hear exactly kinne dukha Chandunu milnge.
ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਕੀ ਅੰਸ
Call the aunts, call the family of Guru Amardas Sahib Ji Maharaj.
ਨਿਕਟ ਹਕਾਰੋ ਕੁਲ ਅਵਿਤੰਸ਼
Call them to Harmandir Sahib when you go back to. Tell our Sahibjada to send ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ to them, we ਆਓ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ.
ਪ੍ਰਥਮ ਰੀਤ ਕਰ ਲੀਜੈ ਟੀਕਾ
Just like the riti, just like the doing of the Guru Kar in the previous Guru's times, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ, ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆਦੇ ਮਸਤਕ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਤਿਲਕ, ਗੁਰਤਾ ਗੱਦੀ ਤਿਲਕ ਲਵਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ.
ਭਜਨ ਸੰਗ ਕਹਿ ਬਚ ਟੀਨਿਕਾ
And ask them, the Pallebans of Guru Amardas Ji, to put that, to apply that tilk to your Siri Cease.
ਰਿਦ ਅਧਿਕ ਸਿਜ ਖਨ ਸਨਮਾਨੋ
Maharaj is saying, have great respect for the Siane Gursikhs of the Guru Kar. Even though Maharaj is sending this message to Satguru Hargobind Sahib Ji, but Sangat is not for Satguru Hargobind Sahib Ji. Satguru Hargobind Sahib Ji are pure, Satguru Arjan Dev Ji are pure. This is for us. ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵਡੇਰੇ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ, in our history, ਨਮਸਕਾਰਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਦਬ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. We should say their ਸਾਖੀਆਂ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨਾਲ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਜੋ ਦੀਸੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੜਾ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਨਿਵ ਨਿਵ ਲਾਗੇ ਪਾਏ ਜੀਓ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਐ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੀ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਿਵ ਨਿਵ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਪੈਰੀਂ ਪਵੋ। ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਹੈ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਇਸ ਟੋਕਨ ਬਾਬਾ ਬੁੱਢਾ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਮਹਾਨ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਬੜੇ ਆਦਰ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਖਣਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ from ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ time they have been the great Brahma Gyani Mahatma of the house of Nanak.
ਗੁਰਨ ਕੀ ਰੀਤ ਪਰਮਾਨਹੁ।
And then after that ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ, so keep ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ, keep ਫੌਜ, ਤਕੜੇ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਤਿਲਕ ਲਵਾਉਣਾ ਸੋਢੀ ਭੱਲੇ ਬੰਸ ਤੋਂ। but then along with it the riti of the first gurus meaning ਭਗਤੀ ਦਾਨ all of it ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਰਪੱਖ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ, not just war.
ਨਈ ਰੀਤ ਇੱਕ ਰਣ ਕੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ।
ਮਹਾਰਾਜ says tell our Sahibzada do one ਨਵੀਂ ਰੀਤੀ, do one new thing, do battle.
ਅਪਰ ਪ੍ਰਥਮ ਸਮ ਗਤੀ ਚਲੀਜ ਹੈ।
Other than that, do the same as the first gurus have done. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ 4 ਵਾਰ ਤੁਰਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦੰਦ ਖੱਟੇ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ
ਦਾਂ ਦੇਹ ਨਹਿ ਕਰਹੁ ਹਮਾਰੀ।
Maharaj says now our sarir do not put it in fire like is the custom in Sikhi. Our sarir
ਦੇਹੁ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਹ ਇਸ ਸਲਤਾ ਪਾਰੀ।
once we abandon this Panch Bhautik sarir, put it in the water in the Ravi Darya. This is another way Gursikhs have the antam sanskar done.
ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹਮਰੋ ਇਹ ਦਰਿਆਓ।
ਦੇਖੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ whoever wants to take our darshan, as long as this darya is, come and take darshan of this, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਫਲ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ even today ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ, they still go to the Ravi Darya in Pakistan ਤੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੇ knowing ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਬਚਨ ਹੈ is forever, it will never ever be। ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਰੋਕ ਲਵੋ ਨੱਠਣ ਤੋਂ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਰਾਵੀ ਦਰਿਆ ਦੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ they will get the same ਫਲ as ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਲਏ। ਦੇਖੋ ਮਹਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ, ਹੋਰ ਦਰਿਆਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਕੋਈ ਫਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ। ਇਹ ਦਰਿਆ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਿਆਂ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਿਆਂ ਸਮਾਨ ਫਲ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ।
ਅਜ ਤੇਰੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਸਿਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਾਓ।
Maharaj says make sure our cease is towards the north and our feet are towards the south. The same way the darya is running, ਸਿੱਖੋ ਜੋ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੇ, remember our cease is to the north and our charan is to the south.
ਇੱਕ ਰਬਾਬੀ ਤਬ ਚਲ ਆਇਓ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ even though ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਰਾਜ ਸਿੱਖ ਰਬਾਬੀ ਤਬ ਚਲ ਆਇਓ, that meaning some rababi, a player who plays the instrument of rabab turns up। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਨੇ ਕਥਾ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, they said this rababi came from Sachkhand himself. Why? To do kirtan at the ਪ੍ਰਲੋਕ ਗਮਨ of Guru Arjan Dev Jee Maharaj.
ਹਾਥ ਦੁਤਾਰਾ ਗੁਰ ਦਰਸਾਇਓ।
In his hand he has a dutara. A dutara is a instrument with 2 tara on it. He shows it to Guruji Maharaj as he does namaskar.
ਬਹੁ ਤਾਹੇ ਕੋ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਹੁ।
Maharaj says to this rababi, hey Guru kya sikha, do kirtan।
ਸਲਤਾ ਤੀਰ ਰਚਰ ਥਲ ਥਿਰਹੁ।
Maharaj says find a uchi thaan where you can sit and do kirtan. Look at the respect Maharaj has for the Gurbani and the kirtan of Guruji. Guru ki sangat ki we are going to be about another 5 minutes. We started 5 minutes late, and also ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ, it can always run over a bit, so 4-5 ਮਿੰਟ ਹੋਰ ਲੱਗਣਗੇ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਪਛਾਨੇ ਬੰਧਨ ਕੀਨ।
He sees Maharaj, ਪਛਾਣ ਲਿਆ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਹੈ, and he ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਕੀਤੀ।
ਗਾਵਨ ਲਗੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਰਸ ਪੀਨ।
ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ he starts to sing kirtan, ras pinna. As soon as he opens his mukhar bind and starts doing kirtan, ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ।
ਲੱਖ ਕਰ ਗੁਰ ਤਾਰੀ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਦੇਖੋ, ਸੰਤ ਹਰਕੋਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ, ਸੰਤ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹਰਕੋਵਾਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੂੰਹੋਂ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ once there was a sadhu called Almast Singh, Almast Sadhu they used to call him. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਕਰਤੀ, said that ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਰਾਗ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ। Oh, he was a ਕਮਾਈ ਵਾਲਾ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ। When he heard this, he held the rabab patha. Everyone can play how they used to playing their instruments. ਪੁੱਠਾ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਐਸਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹਰਕੋਵਾਲ ਵੱਲ ਦੱਸਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਅਨੁਭਵ ਕੀਤੀ sitting in the ਸੰਗਤ। He says Gandharvs from Swarg started to come down because ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਹੀ ਐਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀ that even unseen beings started to come into the divan to listen. Just as such, Brahma, Indra, Brahaspati is the guru of the Devatas. All of these, they know that Satguru Ji Sachkhand ਜਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਹੈ, ਕੀਰਤਨ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। They have also come in an unseen form.
ਬ੍ਰਹਮਾ ਦੇਖ ਲਖ ਕਰ ਗੁਰ ਤਾਰੀ,
ਬ੍ਰਹਮਾ ਆਦਿਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਹਨ।
ਇੰਦਰਾ ਦੇਖ ਸਰ ਗੁਰ ਸਰਚਾਰੀ,
They see Guru Maharaj Ji and they do namaskar.
ਭਾਗ ਦੇਹ ਜਬ ਚੰਡੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨਾ,
Maharaj Ji says to the Gursikhs, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਛੱਡਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ। ਨੇਤਰ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਲੰਮੇ ਪੈ ਕੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇ abandon the ਪਾਵਨ ਬੋਡੀ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਖੋ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤੀ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਬਲ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕੀਤਾ, ਧਰਮ ਲਈ ਜੂਝੇ, ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ। ਉਹ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਦਾ ਪੁੰਜ। ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਇਸ ਦਿਨ ਫੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਦੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਤੇ ਕਸ਼ਟ ਚਲਾ ਕੇ ਆਦਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਤਿਆਗ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ।
ਨੇ ਡਾਂਕ ਸੁਰ ਬ੍ਰਿੰਦ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨਾ,
ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ climbs aboard their ਵਿਮਾਨ।
ਅੰਜਲ ਫੂਲਨ ਅੰਜਲ,
ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਹਿਲੋ ਜੋ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ page flick it again. As Maharaj Ji abandoned their body, ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਇੱਥੇ ਨਗਾਰੇ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਨਰਸਿੰਗੇ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਹੈ, ਬੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਬੱਚੇ they go with Maharaj Ji to Sachkhand upstairs. ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ as Maharaj Ji has abandoned their body, there is people don't know where it's coming from. There are drums, there are narsinge sounding, but no one can see where they're coming from. The anaditya ruah are playing these.
ਅੰਜਲ ਫੂਲਨ ਅੰਜਲ ਡਾ ਰਹੇ,
There are flowers being thrown from Swarg over Guru Sahib Ji Swaroop.
ਜੈ ਜੈ ਏਕੋ ਬਾਰ ਉਚਾਰ ਹੈ,
ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਅੰਡਿਠੀਆਂ ਰੂਹਾਂ, the ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਰੂਹਾਂ, they can see Maharaj. Jai, Jai, victory, victory to Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj is coming from their mouths.
ਬਾਰ ਆਰਤੀ ਪੰਜ ਅਤਾਰ ਹੈ,
ਦਇਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, there's a scent in the air, ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ਬੂ ਦੀ ਮਹਿਕ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆ। like we have ਧੂਫ in the inductee ਦੁਨੀਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ in unseen world, ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਧੂਫਾਂ ਹੈ। many nice scents are also now ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਫੈਲ ਗਏ ਹਨ।
ਧੂਪ ਤੁਪਾਵ ਸੁਗੰਧ ਬਿਥਾ ਰਹੇ,
ਧੂਫਾਂ ਤੁਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ the unseen beings.
ਅਤ ਅਤ ਸਭ ਕੋ ਸਗਰੇ ਧਾਰ ਹੈ,
they are doing namaskar again and again to Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj with the greatest of respect.
भयो ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਅਰਣ ਕੀ ਬਲਣਾ,
Guru Ki Sangat Ji, the whole Akash in Lahore, where Maharaj ne jo Sri Tyag ditta, it turns red at once. You'll hear of many accounts when angels and other angelic beings come into the sky, Akash da rang badal janda, it's turned red.
ਦੇਖਤ ਲੋਕ ਅਚਰਜ ਅਰ ਕਰਣਾ,
People can see this, they don't know what's happening, they don't know why, and they are in absolute awe ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਰੰਗ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਪਦਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਤਿਆਗ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ, they are shocked by that, and in the other sense what they're seeing is the sky has turned red, tuhuf, nice scent is coming, they can hear drums and narsinghe being sounded, they don't know what's going on.
ਕੀ ਸਤਾ ਜਾਨ ਤਬ ਗਈ,
Guru Ki Sangat, you know the Chandu's no, the doctrine that we've all been hearing about and talking about. Either Maharaj has abandoned their body उधर चंदू दी जेड़ी नौ शी इज abandoned her body as well.
ਰੇ ਸਮ ਤਨ ਪਰ ਹਰ ਸੰਗ ਪਈ
ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਰਾਜ she abandoned her body ਜਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਘਰੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੱਪੜਾ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਨੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਮਾਰੀ ਦਾ just how we take off an item of clothing and put it to one side ਏਦਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਨੌ ਨੇ she has abandoned her body and gone to Sachkhand with Satguru Arjan Dev Sahib Jee Maharaj. Sadh Sangat ji, the prasang is slightly longer than this, but ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਗ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਸਰੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਕੀਤੀ with a lot of prem and ਪਿਆਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ has brought this prasang up to here. All the Sikh ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਬੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ have been coming to each and every single episode and listening. ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ next week ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ like they've been doing ਕਿਰਪਾ all the way through and they will give agya to start the prasang of Bandi Chhod. When Aap Ji first came, Das did benti that we only know about the Shaheedi of Guru Arjan Dev Jee Maharaj. But look how much we have learned so far. I will recap that next week. Maharaj Kirpa Khan, Maharaj Maaf Khan. Maharaj will cause Das to recap that next week and we will hear that. And then the Prasang will hear. When we hear the Prasang of Bandi Chhod, what I'm going to say is been through everyone's ears here. We hear that Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji was imprisoned because the Turks wanted to make Guru Maharaj into a Musliman. No way. Absolutely wrong. These are people that don't know anything. Just like we have heard the whole prasang. Kite nahi Chandu ne jan Jahangir ne kiha vi Musliman bano. The plot was much more thicker than that, much more sinister than that. Just like that, the misrepresentation around Satguru Hargobind Sahib Ji's Bandi Chhod Prasang. We will hear from when the Sikhs returned to Amritsar Sahib. Sadh Sangat Ji dekho, benti ye hai. When we listen to the whole Prasang, jada phal sare Prasang sunna da milda hai na, it is far greater than just listening to a few installments. The Prasang of Bandi Chhod is most probably going to take about a year and a half. Probably longer. So it will start next week. Maharaj Satguru Ji Kirpa Karnage. If not anything else, make this a permanent slot in your diary to come every Saturday between 7 and 8 and let us hear Babaniya Kahaniya Put Saput Karen. The Kahaniya of our Babe, of our Satguru, that will turn just normal individuals into great individuals. Let us listen to this and let us learn what happened along the way. The Prasang, the Itihas, the Prasang, the Sakhi, from when the Sikhs go back to Harmandir Sahib up until the point of Maharaj killing Chandu. Sadh Sangat is full of diamonds and rubies. ਆਣ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਮਾਣਕ ਹਨ ਇਹ ਮੋਤੀ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰਨੇ ਆਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਰਦਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਭਰਨਗੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਫਿਰ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਬਣੋ ਇਹ ਕਰੋ ਉਹ ਕਰੋ ਆ ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ have started keeping the case ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕਦੇ This is the fall of Sangat. So ਇੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਵਿਸਰਾਮ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨਗੇ next week the prasang shall take up from here from when the Sikhs return. We shall recap a little. Until then ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ. Before we say Gur Fateh to ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਰਸਨਾ ਖਾਲੀ ਨਾ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਵੇ every single one ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਖੋ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ